Hey you guys, Happy New Year! Welcome back to Beauty Beyond 40. If you're new to my channel, my name is Trina. I'm 44 years old. I make videos mostly about skincare. Today's video is all about my favorite microcurrent device, the Myolift Mini. And I really think that 2020 is the year that microcurrent is gonna take over Botox and filler. Like, I don't do Botox, I don't do filler, and I think if you are using a microcurrent device on a regular basis, a really high quality one like the Myolift Mini, you don't have to do Botox and filler. I've never done it, I don't plan on doing it, and I really think that this is the year that Botox and filler is out and microcurrent is in and the more natural look is in. So today's Myolift Mini tutorial is going to walk you through the entire routine of using it on your entire face and the neck area. And I wanted you guys to have one place, one video that you can come watch when you're just starting out and beyond that, so that you can follow along and do all of the exercises with me on both sides of the face. And I'm gonna have two parts to the video. The first part's gonna be using the erase mode, which is the mode you're using to smooth out fine lines and wrinkles. And then educate is the second mode, and that's what we'll use to lift and hold our skin and to build up ATP in the muscles and to help get that lift that you're looking for. And I will leave time codes here on the screen so that you can skip ahead if there's any specific areas that you want to treat. So we're going to be working the forehead area, the eye area, the cheek area, the jowls, chin, and jawline, and the neck. But before we get started, I wanted to let you know that I started a Facebook group all about microcurrent. On my YouTube videos, I was getting tons of questions that people were asking me about devices I haven't even tried. I thought it was a great idea to create a group on Facebook where we can all come together and help each other out. So please consider joining that Facebook group if you want to join the community and be a part of the microcurrent discussion. The group's only been live for a couple weeks now, and we have so many members that have signed up, and it's just really exciting to see all the conversations taking place. So let's get right into the tutorial. So before you get started with microcurrent, you want to make sure that you have a clean, dry face. You're going to be applying the conductivity gel. This is the one that 7E Wellness provides with the Myolift Mini, and I like to use it because I know that it's a product that's optimized for the device. And please, if you guys are interested in buying the Myolift Mini, they have the Myolift Mini standalone product, they have a home starter kit, they have other accessories, but use my code to save money. You can get the Myolift Mini, I think, for $255 when you use my code, and I'll put all the links down into the description below. But if you already have the device, that's great. If you want to buy more accessories or you need more gel, always use my code beautybeyond40 because then you'll save every time you shop on the site. For today, we're just going to go ahead and push the on-off button to get started here. And then it'll beep to tell you it turns on. We're gonna start with the erase mode because that's the mode we're using to work on fine lines and wrinkles. We're gonna be pulling apart the skin to smooth out the wrinkles around the face. So that's what we're gonna start with. When you first turn it on, the device is paused and you just have to hit run to get it to work, and it will be blinking. This bar down here will be blinking to show you that you don't have conductivity because you haven't started using the device. Once you put the gel on your face and you start placing the probes on your skin, the bar will stop blinking, and that's what you're looking for to make sure you know the device is working, it's on, and you're getting conductivity. So that's just a really quick rundown of how the device works. And what I like to do is take some of the gel and I like to just put it in a little bowl and apply it with a brush. There's a couple reasons why I like to use a bowl and a brush. You want to keep your hands clean and dry so that when you're using the probes around your face, your hands have a good grip on the probes. And also the gel does tend to dry out over time, so I like to just put some in the bowl and then I can brush it on in the areas I'm treating, and then as you're following along with the device, it might start blinking because you're losing conductivity, usually around the forehead area because the skin is really thin. Here and also in your neck area, it can be tough to get conductivity. So I'll often try just adding a little bit more gel to get the conductivity back. So it's just good to have some in a bowl ready to go so that you're not reusing the brush or like digging your hands into the jar here, because I don't think that would be very sanitary. I just put a little bit in a bowl to get started, so I'll go ahead and do that. And I don't take out very much, you know, you don't need to use that much gel because a little does go a long way. And if you put too much gel on, I find that the probes can slip around your face, especially when you're doing the pinch and hold educate movement. So don't go too crazy with the gel. So I'm gonna do the mouth area. I'm gonna do the upper lip and then below the lip here and around the chin area. So just get some gel, put the gel on. And keep in mind, you guys, I'm not a licensed esthetician, but I did take a course through 7E Wellness online. I got certified so that I can make sure that I'm using the device the proper way. And if I ever have questions, I reach out to the 7E Wellness team and they write me back immediately. They're really great. So if you have questions, make sure to leave them down in the comments below. And you can feel free to take that certification course as well. You don't have to be an esthetician to use this device at home. But I did get certified because I found it to be a little daunting and I was nervous to get started, but it's actually not hard at all, and I feel a lot more confident using the device now that I do have that certification. So I'm going to start with Erase Level 2, and the intensity that's the default for Erase 2 is 350. You can start with Level 1, which is going to be 175, but I've been using it a while, so I'm going to use Level 2 350, and you can adjust the intensity here as much as you need to based on your comfort level. You want to make sure it's working by seeing that the bar is not blinking, but if you're ever uncomfortable or you feel like your face is twitching or it just doesn't feel right, lower the intensity because you don't want to go overboard, and it should never hurt. It should always feel comfortable. So I'm going to start by placing the probes. It doesn't matter which probe you use. I'm going to start by placing the probes here on my upper lip area, and I'm just going to hold them here and I'm going to pull them apart. I'm going to spread them apart. 1, 2, and you want to just do it slowly 3 times. You will taste a little bit of metallic taste in your mouth when you're using the probes around your mouth. That's totally normal. You'll get used to it. Don't be alarmed. After we finish the top area, this is what we're doing here in the top lip is spreading apart any lip wrinkles that I might have. And if you do have more lip wrinkles here, you can do it more than 3 times. You can spend a few minutes doing this movement if it's something that you want to focus on. I checked in with the 7E Wellness team and they said that's fine if there's an area that you want to address. But I'm going to move on now, and I'm going to do underneath my lip. I'm going to start here, and I'm just going to spread them apart. I'm gliding them apart, and I'm checking my device to make sure that I have conductivity, and I do. And I'm doing it 3 times, and then I'm going to move down to the next section here. Glide them apart. 1, see, it's getting a little dry, so I'm just going to add a little bit more gel so that it's easy to glide them apart. Here, back to this area. 1, 2, 3, and then finally down to the last section here. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, next I'm going to change the motion, and I'm going to start here at the corner of my mouth, and I'm going to hold the probes like this, and I'm just going to spread them apart like this. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to move to the next section here. Do the same thing. 1, 2, 3. Into the center. 1, 2, 3, over to the other side here. 1, 2, 3, and then finally here at the corner. 1, 2, and 3. And if you have a small chin, like I kind of have a small chin area, you can feel free to just hold one probe at the top and then pull the other one away. That works too. 1, 2, 3. But I generally like to try to do the pulling motion of both the probes when I'm using it, but you can always do that if you have a small area where it's just you can't get movement with both of the probes. Now, if you have any lines around your neck area, like tech neck, I'm sure like I can see in the mirror I have like some fine lines coming in here, you can do the erase mode. Wherever there's a wrinkle, you want to just pull it apart. You're stretching the skin to lengthen the muscle, just spread it apart, lengthen the muscle, and spread apart that wrinkle and smooth out those wrinkles and fine lines. Now, the neck area is really thin, so you might find that you need to lower the intensity to get conductivity. That does happen. Keep watching the device to see if you're getting conductivity. And also about your neck, Never do your throat area. Your thyroid is around here and you don't want to mess with that. So treat your neck wrinkles, but don't go directly on the throat. You can go everywhere else around where there's wrinkles. Don't use a device over your throat. Now we're going to do the forehead area. And this is my favorite because I don't want to get Botox. And if I keep doing the Myolift Mini on my forehead area, I'm hoping I never have to get Botox. Again, I'm still using erase mode because I want to erase the wrinkles that I have on my forehead. So you just start here, put the probes here, and you're just going to pull them apart. And I'm going to adjust the probes here on camera just so you can see it a little bit easier. You're pulling apart the probes to lengthen and smooth out that wrinkle. And I have a couple wrinkles like right here, and I feel very satisfied when I see the probes that are pulling it apart, smoothing it out. So you just do that 3 times, and then you move over to the next section here. 1, 2, 3, and then next section, 1, 2, 3, and then down here in this teeny little section, 1, 2, 3, and then move over to the other side of the forehead. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Next, we're going to work on the 11s area where you start to see these wrinkles come in that look like the number 11. And I'm going to just hold the probes here, and I'm just going to pull them apart. This is very satisfying for me because I feel like it's helping to get rid of these wrinkles that are starting to come in between my eyes and the 11 area. Ugh. And then I have like some really annoying wrinkles that are coming in here. They're not 11s, but it's like the skin's getting like crinkly and there's like fine lines coming in. So I like to hold the probes here and just kind of smooth it out how I see my wrinkles coming in. So I hold one probe here and I try to stretch the skin out as much as I can. 1, 2, 3, and try to kind of maybe angle it this way. 2, 3, and then I'll do it like on the other diagonal. 1, 2, 3, just trying to smooth out these wrinkles here because I definitely am seeing these come in, and I'm seeing that the Myolift Mini is helping them smooth out quite nicely. So I'm very excited about this device. I'll try doing it this way so you guys can see it better. So I'm really just like pulling it apart. 1, 2, 3. If you have any lines on your forehead that are vertical, like mine are horizontal, but if you have any that are horizontal, you can use the device to pull apart the wrinkles. You pull apart, you're smoothing out the skin, you're smoothing out those wrinkles, and you can do that here anywhere you may have those wrinkles. You just do it 3 times, or you can do it a few more times if you have some stubborn wrinkles that you're really trying to target. So now we're going to treat the eye area, the crow's feet area, and then the area right under here that I'm starting to see some fine lines come in. We're going to just start right here and just going to pull apart 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. And then I'm going to come down here where I'm seeing these wrinkles, and I'm going to pull apart here 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. And then I'll do the other side of the eye here, those crow's feet and the fine lines around my eye area. So we'll go here and place the probes here and then just spread it apart. 1, 2, and 3. And then here, spread it apart. 1, 2, and 3. You can spend another minute or 2 working these wrinkles around the eye, smoothing them out. You don't have to just do it 3 times. You can spend a little bit more time. The trick is just to do it slowly. Make sure that you always have conductivity by checking your device, and make sure that you're not tugging on your skin. Make sure that you're using enough pressure to spread apart the skin, but not tugging on your skin, because we're trying to get rid of our wrinkles, not get more wrinkles. You will see some strobing when you're using the device around the eye area. That's totally fine. You'll get used to it. It's not a big deal. Now, if you have lines anywhere else on your face that you want to address, like you have laugh lines or any lines on your face, you want to just make sure that you have the gel on your face, and then you're just gonna be pulling apart those wrinkles, pulling apart the skin, working on smoothing out those wrinkles. So you can do it anywhere along your face that you have wrinkles that you want to work on smoothing out. This is what the erase mode is for. It's for smoothing out any wrinkles that you have on your face, and you're really just trying to pull them apart and smooth them out. Next, we're going to move on to the educate setting, and this is the setting that we're using to lift and hold our muscles, to strengthen the muscles in our face. It's like going to the gym. Over time, your muscles are going to get stronger and be able to hold that lift. We're going to work on the neck area, and for the neck area, we're going to do level 1 educate, which has intensity of 175, and the neck has thinner skin, like I talked about earlier, so it's usually a little harder to get conductivity when the intensity is high. So we're going to do intensity level 1, 175, and see how it goes. Usually it's not a problem. I'm going to put some gel here all over my neck. And again, make sure when you're working with the neck area, you don't run the probes over your throat, because this is where your thyroid is and you don't want to mess with that. Okay, so I'm going to start here with holding one probe here underneath my jaw here, and I'm going to take the other probe and I'm going to just scoop it up to meet it 3 times. And when I get to the top, I'm going to hold it for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Scoop and hold. 1, 2, 3. Scoop and hold. 1, 2, 3. And I am checking to make sure that I have conductivity the whole time, because the neck can be a little bit tricky because the skin is so thin. And I don't have a lot of skin here to pinch on my neck, but if you do, that's great. Make sure that you are like lifting and pinching it here, because that's how this device works. It pinches and holds the muscle to build ATP, to train those muscles to stay lifted over time. I just don't have as much to pinch, but I'm still getting the benefits of the device. And then you move over to the next section here with one probe under the jaw, and then I'm pushing up. 1, push and hold. 2, 3, scoop up and hold. 1, 2, 3, up, and I lost conductivity, so I'm gonna try putting a little bit more gel here. Okay, let's try it again. 1, 2, yep, it's back. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then finally I'm gonna do right here next to the throat, where I'm not gonna go over the throat, but right next to it, I'm going to push and hold. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, then I'm going to move over to the other side here. Starting here under the jaw, out by the ear area, and I'm going to push and hold the probe up. 1, 2, 3. Do it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then move over to the next section here. Push and hold. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to add a little bit more gel. The last section here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the next exercise is going to be the other way on the neck. So I'm going to place one probe here, just below my ear here, and then I'm going to start the other probe here next to my throat. I don't want to put the probes anywhere on my throat. I'm holding the one here, and I'm scooping, and I'm holding. I'm pinching. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then I move down to the next section here, pushing 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then finally the lower section of the neck here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And that work was done to tighten the neck muscles, to tighten the neck area. So then we move over and do the exact same thing on the other side. So we start with one probe here below the ear, and then the other one next to the throat, and then we push and hold. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then move down to the next section. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Then move down to this section here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then finally the last section here, the lower section. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Now I don't have much skin here to grab on my neck to tighten it up, but if you do, that's great. It's probably going to be a lot easier for you to pinch and hold in these areas. I definitely wanted to show you how to do it. And then moving back up to the face area, this is where we're going to continue the educate settings across the face area. And I'm going to do level 2 educate. You can do level 1 to get started. We're going to do pinching and holding across the face area, and it's a lot easier on the face than it is on the neck because the neck's pretty thin. There's not much skin there, so we'll be able to get some better pinching and holding along the face area. So next, let's work on the jaw area and try to sculpt and lift the jaw a little bit. So I'm going to get a nice coating here. And what you want to do is you want to place one probe here, like at the bottom of your jaw, and then the bottom probe, don't touch your throat, so just at the top of your throat here so that you're not getting into the throat area. You just want to keep it around the jaw area. And see how I just have the two here, and then you're just going to pinch and hold. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. And you can do that all around the jaw area. I'm going to move over here and do some more. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then you can move over to this side of the jaw, and you can do it all around the jaw area, all the areas of your jaw that you want to address. 3, 1. Don't worry if you feel a little clumsy the first time you're using this. It does take a little time to get used to. Like, this is the first time I've done the jaw area. You can see that I'm struggling a little bit just because it's hard to get like the right amount of gel so that you can have conductivity and you can pinch and hold and it's not sliding around. So just keep practicing and you'll get it. But that's definitely a move you can do along the jawline to sculpt and lift that jaw area. And now we're going to work on the jowl area, and so we're going to place one probe here just above the jawline here and one underneath the jawline. We're going to pinch, so we're going to push and hold. We're going to hold for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3, and we'll do that 3 times. And the top probe is just resting. It's not pushing with a lot of pressure. It's really just there resting. And the bottom probe is really doing the work here. 1, 2, 3. Then we'll move here to this section. Pinch and hold 1, 2, 3. Pinch and hold 1, 2, 3. Pinch and hold 1, 2, 3. Moving up here. Pinch and hold 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Pinch and hold 1, 2, 3. And then the last area here, pinch and hold 1, 2, 3. Pinch and hold 1, 2, 3. Pinch and hold 1, 2, 3. Now let's go ahead and do the other side of the jowls here. So place one probe here above the jaw, one below, and we're just pushing, pinching, and holding. 1, 2, 3. Maybe you can see it better if I do it like this. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3. Remember, the top one is just resting. It's not pushing as hard as the bottom one. 2, 3. And then move to the next section here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Then move to the next section. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. The last section here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Then we'll move up to the cheekbone area and do the same thing we just did around the jowl area to the cheekbone area. So hold one probe here underneath the cheekbone and then push up and hold. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Move over to the next area. And you guys, I forgot to call out that microcurrent is great for acne. I get a lot of breakouts still, like hormonal breakouts. I have some around my cheek area. I had some here in my forehead area and around my chin area. And whenever I use microcurrent, it helps to kill the bacteria and get rid of acne. So that's really promising as well. So moving on to the next section here, the cheekbone here. Push and hold 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then the last section here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, if you have a bigger face than me, you can do more movements. Basically, you want to cover your entire face, but I could get through that section in just 3. So then let's go ahead and do the cheekbone area on the other side. Make sure there's enough gel. And then we place one probe here underneath the cheekbone and then push and hold. 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh, no time. When the time runs out, you can just add more time. You can just add more time by just pushing the up arrow on the time and just add more time. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Okay, next we're going to work on the cheek area here. So you just place one of the probes here and then start here where if there would be a line coming down from your lip, you can start here and then you just push and you hold. 1, 2, 3. Ugh, I need more gel. Okay, so you start here, push and hold. 1, 2, 3. Again, 1, 2, 3. Last time, 1, 2, 3. And then move the top probe up a little bit and the bottom probe up a little bit so you can pinch and hold your cheek slightly above where you just did. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And I can definitely see a lift in the side of my face just from looking in the mirror. So I'm going to go ahead and do this cheek area. And keep in mind I'm using level 2 Educate at 350 intensity. So I'm definitely seeing the results. So I'm placing one probe out here by my cheekbone, one here below my lip, and I'm pushing and holding. 1, 2, 3. Push and hold. 1, 2, 3. Push and hold. 1, 2, 3. Then move both probes up a little bit here and push and hold. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. And I definitely see some lift here as well. It's just so cool. Next, we're going to do cheek pinches. So put some more gel here, and we're gonna place one probe here, and then just push up and hold. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. And then move over to the next section here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then the last section here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's do some cheek pinches on the other side. Start here, push and hold. 1, 2, 3. There we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Then move to the next section here. Push and hold. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And last one. 1, 2, 3. And then move up to the last area here. Push and hold 1. This is a little bit harder out here because there's not as much cheek to pinch, but I still want to get that lift there, so I'm going to still do it. 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Next, we're going to move into the lip area. So you place one probe here above your lip, and then one below, and then you scoop it up, and it kind of looks like a little C that you're making, like a letter C. 1, 2, 3. Hold it 3 times, or hold it for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. And again, this is where you're going to start tasting the metallic again. Don't worry, you'll get used to it. I can already see like a lift on this side of my face from using that one movement. That's really cool. Okay, next your probe is going to go at the side of your nose here, and then the bottom probe is going to scoop up and you hold it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. That's pretty cool. You can definitely see a lift in the side of my mouth. Maybe we'll do one more. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll do the other side. So one probe here at the side of my nose, the other probe here, scooping and holding. 1, 2, 3. 1, whoop. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do one more. And 1, 2, 3. That's just so cool how it lifts the corners of the mouth like that. Okay, now I'm going to do my most favorite part, the brow area. I love working on the eyebrow area just because I think the results are so cool, especially as I'm trying to get rid of my hooded eyes. So I am using level 2 Educate, and what I want to do here is just place both probes around either side of my eyebrow, and then I'm going to glide them together, and I'm going to push and hold up for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3, and then again 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and then the last time, glide, pinch, and hold. 1, 2, 3. And this is where I love doing this. Can you see that difference? That's from just 3 times. Let's go ahead and do one more because it looks so cool. 1, 2, 3. I love the results of this. And then let's go ahead and do the other eyebrow. So on either side of the eyebrow, glide, pinch, and hold. 2, 3. Glide, pinch, and hold. 2, 3. Glide, pinch, and hold. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to just do one more because I love it. 1, 2, 3. And now both of my eyes are lifted. That's so cool. Then there's one more exercise you can do for the eyebrow area, and what you're doing is you're just pinching the eyebrow here. The bottom probe is pushing up, and the top probe is really just setting on top of the bottom probe, and you hold for 3. Then move into the center here and pinch. 2, 3. Move to this section here, pinch and hold, 2, 3. And then I like to do each one of those 3 times. So we'll do it 2 more times. 2, 3. Pinch and hold, 2, 3. Pinch and hold, 2, 3. And I'm going to turn that down a teeny bit because I can feel it pulsing, and I don't think you're supposed to feel that. So let me take it down to like 340 and see how it feels. So pinch and hold. Yeah, that's much better. Pinch and hold, 2, 3. Pinch and hold, 2, 3. And then we're going to move over to the other eye. So I'm going to push up, pinch and hold, 2, 3. And then go to the center, 1, 2, 3. And then the last section here, 1, 2, 3. And we're going to do this 3 times. So push and hold, 2, 3. Push and hold, 2, 3. Push and hold, 2, 3. And then the last time, push and hold, 2, 3. Push and hold, 2, 3. Push and hold, 2, 3. Now, if you're like me and you're trying to work on the hooded eye area, you could spend a few more minutes on the eye area, on the eyebrow area, doing these exercises just to get more training and to get more lift. And I'm going to do a separate eye exercise in another video where we can spend a little bit more time. But this really will get you started to see this amazing lift that this tool can provide. And then lastly, we're going to work on the under eye area. And for this exercise, you need to turn it down to level 1 educate because you don't want to use level 2 in your under eye area. And you can go up to level 2 eventually, but 70 Wellness recommends that you don't go above 300, so you would need to turn the intensity down. But I'm just going to do level 1 educate for this video to show you how to do the under eye area. So what you do is you place one of the probes here in the corner of your eye, and then you're taking the other probe and you're gliding it in to meet it. 1 and holding for 3 seconds. 2, 3. Definitely see the strobing here, but it's not a big deal. And then that's 3 times. Now let's do the other under eye. So you take one of the probes here in the corner and you take the other one and you slide it in to meet it and hold 2, 3. Slide and hold 2, 3. Slide and hold 2, 3. Now you can spend a couple more minutes under your eye area if you have some dark circles that you're trying to address, you're trying to tighten up that eye area. I definitely am going to do that when I do my separate video for the eye area because I definitely am spending more time on my eyes to treat my hooded eyes and my dark circles, and I think this tool over time can really make a big difference. So that gets you started with the movement of how to do it on level 1 educate, but you can spend a little bit more time here. So that's it. Those are all the exercises that I have to show you today. When you're all done with the device, you can just push the button here to turn it off, and then the screen goes dark. And what I like to do generally is to just spray the probes with some rubbing alcohol and then wipe them off with like with a cloth or a tissue, or you can even wash them with like a cotton round that has some soap and water on it just to make sure that they're clean for the next time that you use it. And then what I like to do to get the gel off, it tends to stick to your face. So I like to use a washcloth. When I'm all done, I'll wash my face and I'll use a washcloth to really get the product off because it does tend to stick to your face. So that's it for my Myolift Mini tutorial video today. Thanks you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this video because I do upload a new video every week. And I have a whole bunch of new microcurrent videos coming out soon, including conductive gloves, an eye mask, a lip mask, all this really cool stuff. So I'd love for you to subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.